I'm in an underground car park with a Remus exhaust. It would be rude to not give it a quick rev, so let's do that now. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now I'm trying to address in this video the question that I seem to be seeing a lot in the comment section, and then over on Instagram. Well, a lot of you have sent me this question, and that is, why did I buy this car? Why did I buy the A45 AMG? Now, there's a number of factors as to what drove me into buying this car, and a couple of decisions that were very, very difficult when it came to the final two cars, well, the final choice, if you like, because it boiled down to two, and I'll run through that very shortly. But ultimately, from what I want at the moment, is a daily car. I need this car to do absolutely everything, and really and truly the A45 does exactly that. Now, let's talk about performance. There are not going to be many cars out there that you'll be able to find that will deliver a performance like this car for the price tag of around 30 grand. The only real other car that can do that is the Audi RS3, and realistically the newer shape versions of those are still about 50 grand. And I don't have that kind of money, because I know a lot of you guys are trolling me. Oh, you should have bought an RS3. But no, I didn't buy an RS3. And I know a whole lot of you were saying you should have bought the Giulia Quadrifoglio. I would have loved to have bought the Giulia Quadrifoglio, but do you have 60 grand you can lend me? Probably not. So there's been a number of factors that have come across the decision when it comes to buying the A45 AMG. But like I said, performance-wise, you know, this car bangs out a 60 time of 4.2 seconds. You know, it's lightning quick. It's, you know, hyper hatch territory when you think about it. The amount of power that you get from this four-wheel drive powerhouse, if you like. You know, it falls under the category of hyper hatch. Now, buying another hatchback wasn't necessarily the main priority, but coming from the Abarth, which was a hatch, you know, I like the way hatches feel, I like the practicality of them, and hence why we've got one with 5 doors. Now, the A45 itself as a package definitely delivers on pretty much everything that I need from a car right now. And what is that criteria? Well, performance, the main one for me. I always like performance. The other one was sound. And you know, this car sounds great out the box, but it sounds even better now that Motec Performance have got their hands on it and put the Remus exhaust and pipe across intake on it. It gives it that little bit more that it needed, and I am very happy with it right now. It is just so much fun to drive. And yeah, so sound, looks, definitely. I mean, looks wise, this car, you have to agree, looks mega. I mean, the red color combo with the black aero kit, you have to go aero kit if you're buying this car. It just looks really, really good. And when you start to put those things all together, it effectively creates a pretty good package. And you know, I'm still a bit Asbo. I still like the out there kind of cars, and this car still has that, whilst maintaining like that element of luxury, because the interior of this car is superb for me. I love the interior. I love the cabin. I love everything that I get with this car. I love the steering wheel, I love the seats. I love all of it. So the interior was another big one. What other cars were kind of in contention? You know, I think a lot of you guys wanted to know that. Obviously the RS3, you know, we thought about it, but just way too much money. I was even looking at the pre-facelift TTRSs with the 2.55 pot. Again, really, really good engine, really strong engine. And but from a looks perspective, well, the TT, I love it, but I would have wanted the newer TT, and again, that's still 40 odd grand. And then you get onto the likes of the M2. And the M2, I've driven the M2 and I really like the M2. I think a lot of you guys thought I was buying an M2 or an M140i based on all the stuff I've done with BMW. But realistically, from an M2 perspective, I didn't like the interior as much as I do this car. Granted, the M2 is a great car, but for me, it just felt better. It felt more right to get this. The M2 competition, on the other hand, I would love one of those, but again, price tag. Now, what was the final two? So the final two, it literally boiled down to this car and an Alpha 4C. Now I know you guys in the comments are going, what? Alpha 4C, you should have bought the Alpha 4C, you idiot. But you got to hear me out on this. So I had an Alpha 4C for just over a week at the beginning of the year. You guys will remember that if you've been subscribed to the channel. And I love that car. I love the looks. You know, I talked about it pretty much, you know, almost being like a dream car for me. And it still is. You know, I still have an urge that one day I will want an Alpha 4C. I just have a little bit of a love affair with that car. But with it being a daily car, I struggled with it. You know, I know I put it in the video like, yeah, you can do this, you can do that, you know, rah. But the reality of it is when I had that car for a week and I needed to go and do little errands here and there, I kept jumping back into the Abarth or the Mrs. 500 because it was more convenient, it was easier. You know, storage space in that car is zero. And you know, you don't buy a 4C for storage, you buy a 4C for driving, you know, driving experience. And I think the 4C is a great car to have alongside a daily, if that makes sense. Whereas this, you know, this is quicker than a 4C. Granted, it costs more to run than a 4C. It has more seats than a 4C. It has a rear boot that the 4C doesn't do. Well, it has a boot, the 4C, but let's not kid ourselves, it doesn't really do anything. Whereas this, I can do everything with it. So it was a really difficult decision. You know, I had heart, you know, heart said go with the, oh hello, that's very nice, Lambo Hurricane. You know, my heart kept telling me to go with the Alpha 4C, but my head was saying you need to get something that you'll be able to use every day. And that's where this came into play. There was literally a list of pros and cons between the A45 AMG and the Alpha 4C, and this literally just trumped it on the practicality element of it. It was quicker, you know, yes, the 4C has more character and passion because you feel it a lot more. It's so light, it's 800 kilos. But for me, the A45 at the moment, and I still absolutely love driving it. I took this to Germany, and you know, by the time I got back, I knew I'd made the right decision with car choice. It's just been fantastic. It's been so quick, it's handled great, the comfort element is there, and yeah, I can't really fault this car at the moment, other than the sensation of speed in this car is not necessarily there when it comes to, you know, you put your foot down, you don't feel like you're going actually as quick as you are, which in itself is a little bit of a challenge, and in itself can prove a little bit frustrating because it means you have to really put your foot down to really embrace, you know, the sounds and all that kind of stuff. To IKEA. However, before I sign off on the video, I'm in an underground car park with a Remus exhaust. It would be rude to not give it a quick rev, so let's do that now. It's a bit loud. I struggle whenever there's areas where the exhaust sounds good, I have to do something silly. But yeah, right guys, so that's it. So in summary, that's why I chose the A45 AMG over something like an Alpha 4C. It's a daily, it does everything that I needed to do. I hope that kind of clears up everything, and everyone is, you know, whether you like this car or not, I do, and that's the most important thing. But I mean, just look at it, it looks absolutely stunning. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already for plenty more automotive content, and we'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching.